Hello, everybody. I've been waiting for this moment all day long. I cannot wait to talk to you about Skincare 101. And I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into this so that when you guys catch the replay, you're not sitting around too long. But when you hop on, tell me what your favorite skincare product is in the Senegence line. And also, I'm going to turn off comments. So if you have questions, please drop them below and I will answer them after we wrap this up. But I've got some great information and I want to make sure I deliver it efficiently for you and don't swirl around. So I'm going to swipe the comments away and I will get to your questions at the very end. Okay. So to introduce myself, hi, my name is Alexis Ray. I have not trained in here before, so I am so excited to talk to all of you today. I live here in Northwest Indiana. I've been a distributor for 3.5 years and I am MUA and Skin Pro certified. And I have my notes here so that I stay on topic for you guys. So I am here to talk to you about Skincare 101, and this is actually one of the conversations that I do in all my parties. I've been doing this since the day I started, and educating your customers on skincare is going to go so far in your business, ladies. It's going to go so far. I am a firm believer that if you want your makeup to look 10 out of 10, your skincare has to be 10 out of 10. You cannot have 10 out of 10 makeup if your skincare is 2 out of 10. It just doesn't work. They go hand in hand. Get your pencils out. I want you to take some notes because what I'm telling you today is what I want you to go and tell your customers. You'll probably hear me say this a few times, but you may not feel like the expert, and you've probably heard that before, but you are the expert to your customers. So the more you learn about our products, use our products, and show your customers why they need these products, especially with the skincare, how it benefits their skin, they are going to come back and they're going to want more because they're going to realize, yeah, that sounds like me. That sounds really good. I want that for my skin. Okay, so where do we start with Skincare 101? Well, you guys, I brought out my grapes, raisins, and cornflakes. This I have had since I joined. No, actually, my downline made this for me when we were doing our girls' parties a few years ago, but I've had this forever. I used to show like a picture of my grapes, raisins, and cornflakes, but this is a demonstration I saw when I first started and it has stuck with me forever. So if you've seen it, get ready. We're going to talk about it again. And if this is new to you, I'm super excited to tell you because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about skincare and kind of understanding just the super basics of it. Okay. I'm not an esthetician. I'm just obsessed with our skincare and how it works on our skin. The more you understand about skincare, the better you can, the more you understand about skin, the better you can work with your customers and talk to them about what their skincare needs are, maybe why things are doing certain things, and you can troubleshoot with them. So anyway, this is our grape, raisin, and cornflake jar. I want you to imagine that this is your skin. Okay, when we're born and while we're young, imagine that the jar is full of all these grapes. Okay, this is our healthy skin. It bounces around a lot. It's full, it's supple, it's juicy. It bounces and goes to the surface. It's replenishing quickly. That's why children have beautiful, plump, gorgeous, glowy, dewy skin. It's amazing. And it's why when they fall down, they heal so quickly because that skin is turning over rapidly. Well, as we age, our skin starts to dry out. Okay. In our 20s is when we see a decline in all the good things that are happening for our skin. We literally lose the ability to produce, collagen, that's what it is. All that stuff really starts to slow down. So our skin starts to dry out. And also there's environmental factors and pollutants in the air, things like that also contribute to it. But our skin starts to dry out. And just like a raisin, that's when all of the wrinkles, the fine lines and wrinkles really start to set in. Crow's feet, joy lines, whatever you want to call them. It's because our skin's starting to age and it's starting to dry out. But what happens is as that skin starts to dry out, it literally dies. And so that is our cornflake layer. These cornflakes represent all the dead skin that just sits on the top of our face. It's called keratin, but it's a superficial layer. And what it does though, is it can actually cause uneven skin tone. It can cause like roughness to your skin. It doesn't feel smooth. And it can even cause dullness. So like if you look at light and you're not reflecting any light, it could be because you have a buildup of all this dead skin. Now it sounds really gross and that sounds like really bad news. Like, oh, we're getting old and now we have dead skin on our face, Lexus. Like, I don't want to tell my customers that. But Senegence, that's where we come in. We have products to fix and to help with all of this. So like I said, this is a very superficial layer. So all we have to do is exfoliate. We exfoliate off this dead layer of skin so that our products can start to reach our dried out, dehydrated skin and our slow moving skin, if you will. I don't care how much your customers spend on skincare. If they are not exfoliating, it is not doing its job and they are throwing money down the drain. So exfoliator, our facial resurfacer, is the #1 treatment that I recommend to my customers so that everything is working well. We're going to talk about where to start in the skincare regimen, but the first treatment I recommend is the facial resurfacer, and it was also the first product I ever bought, and I fell in love. Instant gratification. We'll get into that in just a minute. Actually, no, let's go ahead and get into it now. So facial resurfacer is the product that you can use to slough off all that dead skin. And all of these tips that I'm gonna tell you today really are gonna help your skin look the best for the age it's at. It's going to give you that youthful glow, that dewiness, the glow all season long, especially for us that live in these really dry, cold climates. But facial resurfacer is going to slough off all that dead skin. You use it twice a week, no more. Customers may only need to use it once. I tell them typically just to leave it in the shower and use it, depending on how much you can get a shower, every other shower or so. And what's great, here's something that you can tell your customers. I love all these little tips because it makes you sound super smart, but our facial resurfacer it's got, I didn't bring it with me, but it's got volcanic ash from the island of Vanuatu. And what's really cool about our facial resurfacer, or about that volcanic ash, is that when you look at it under a microscope, it's a perfect sphere, meaning there's no jagged edges, so there's nothing that's gonna cut your skin. Our facial resurfacer is not, it's abrasive, but it's not gonna cut your skin. So let your customers know that it's super gentle, unlike some other things on the market, but we're not gonna name names today. So after you use your facial resurfacer, we're able to access this dry skin. So we have products that can really help plump up this skin, which I'm gonna go into detail more later. But then this is what sets us apart from everybody else, you guys. Seneplex Complex is what's gonna reach down to these slow moving, kind of sad, kind of sluggish grapes, okay? Our Seneplex Complex increases cellular turnover by 100%. They redid testing at seminar in April and announced that to us, that it's 100%, you guys. That sets us apart from everybody on the market. And not only is all of that in our skincare, it's in our makeup. So I always tell my customers, when you get on a skincare regimen and you start using our makeup, you have 24-hour anti-aging products on your face. Ba-boom, that's awesome. Yep. So exfoliation, hydration, and then Seneplex Complex is going to help with all these skincare concerns, okay? So now that we are educating our customers on, you need to exfoliate, we need to hydrate because we're aging, we've got dry skin, and our Seneplex Complex is going to, give you a reduction in fine lines and wrinkles. It's going to help your skin look more glowy. It's, youthful appearance, all the good things. We want to get them started on a basic skincare set, okay? So what is a basic skincare set? It's a cleanser, it's a daytime moisturizer, and an evening moisturizer, and there is a difference between the two. The daytime moisturizer is going to work really well under your makeup and your cosmetics. It's very lightweight. And then our evening moisturizer is thicker and more luxurious to help trap in all that moisture. And it's also got ingredients in it that are more, what's the word I'm looking for? They aid in that cellular turnover, because as we sleep, that's when our skin starts to turn over. And so the daytime and the evening are necessary in of their own. And you guys, I have learned this from Ashley Gardner throughout. She says this hands down, and I agree with her 100%. You need to throw an eye cream. You need to get your customers hooked on an eye cream in that basic skincare set, because the skin around our eyes is super delicate, you guys, and it's thin. It's different than the skin on the rest of our face, and it needs to be treated differently. And so that's why we have an eye cream. So get your customers started on a cleanser, a daytime and evening moisturizer, and an eye cream. And I want to point out, don't let your normal to oily girls talk you out of, oh, I don't need any moisturizer because I'm super oily. That's not true, ladies. Educate them that there is a difference between hydration and moisture. Your girls might be really moisturizing well, but they may be dehydrated. Oily girls can be dehydrated. And did you know that if your skin is dehydrated, your glands are going to signal, hey, we're dry, let's produce some more oil. And so sometimes your oily girls can actually have an overproduction of oil because they're not keeping their skin hydrated. They're dehydrated. They might be slapping on all that moisturizer, but they're not working from the inside out. That's kind of how I like to think of hydration. We drink water, it hydrates us from the inside out, whereas moisturizer hydrates us from the outside in. I always have to think about my words when I explain that. So talk your girls through that maybe their skin is dehydrated, and if we could get them on a regimen, it might help to balance that out. Now, you might be thinking, I don't know what my customer's skin type is. That is okay. SeneGence has two resources that I love to use. First, the beauty book. If you open up your beauty book, I think it's page 8 or something, where it has all the skincare on it. It is going to give you on the side how to determine whether you have dry, normal to oily, or oily to acne skin. I always ask my customers, when you get out of the shower and you haven't done a single thing at all, how does your skin feel? And they'll pick one. There's also a website, I believe it's senaskincarequiz.com. I will drop that in the comments when I'm done. But this is something you can just shoot off to your customers super quick, and they can take the quiz and it'll tell you what skin type you are. So it's super easy to identify, you guys. Okay, so now that we understand skincare, why we need it, we understand our customer's skin type, we can start to make recommendations, okay? Let's assume that they are on that basic skincare set, okay? You've sold them on it, you've told them how important it is to be cleansing and how important it is to be moisturizing day and night and using their eye cream, and you've sold them on the facial resurfacer because nobody wants that dead skin on the surface of their face. They want to get rid of it. So they've got the basic skincare set and the facial resurfacer. These are the products I recommend for glowing skin. Okay, any guesses as to what the first one is? It's climate control, you guys. This is hydration in its purest form. I love all the training on climate control. I could do a nosedive on this, just climate control, but we're gonna keep the train moving. But what I want you to know and what I want you to tell your customers is why climate control is so awesome. So climate control has sodium hyaluronate in it, which holds up to, I believe, 1,000 times its weight in water. So it is incredibly, incredibly hydrating. And it also contains Cineplex complex. And I don't know if you guys know what a perfect synergy is, and this is actually a true scientific medical term. But when you have one product and you add another product to it and they enhance each other by using them together, it's called a perfect synergy. And that's what happens when you have sodium hyaluronate and our Cineplex complex. So it is a powerhouse ingredient and product that is going to hydrate your skin so well. But what's also amazing is all the different molecular weights that SeneGence puts into our products. They're a lot smaller, so they work a lot deeper. So sodium hyaluronate is a product that you're going to use. It's your first treatment that you're going to use because it works the deepest into your skin. And it's really, really going to hydrate from the inside out. Sorry, I had my children outside. Hey guys, you need to be outside. Please go back outside. I told them not to come in because I would be too distracted. Okay, so climate control is the #1 product that I recommend. The next one is non-guy oil, and this one is multifaceted and I love it. And here's some cool things that you need to tell your customers about why non-guy oil is so awesome. First, it's not greasy, so get that out of their head first and foremost. It's not greasy at all. The non-guy oil comes from the non-guy nut, which we also harvest from the island of Vanuatu. But what's really cool about non-guy oil is it has triglycerides in it, which are an essential fatty acid that helps your skin retain moisture. Moisture is the word of the day, ladies. So non-guy oil is really, really going to help keep you hydrated. Your normal to oily girls might find, that's one thing I want to mention about the climate control is it is for all skin types. So if your girls are dry, it's going to help retain moisture where you're dry. But if you're oily, it's also going to help you release excess oil and moisture where you don't need it. So if you have girls that are blotting their T-zone throughout the day because they're super oily, get them on climate control because it's going to help them balance that out. That might be enough moisture for your super oily girls. They may not need to add in the non-guy oil, but again, non-guy oil is going to hydrate from the inside out, okay? So this is where we talked about the difference between hydration and moisturizer. So non-guy oil is really great, but what I love about this is there's some tricks with it. I will add this into, I'm dry, so I have dry skin. I will add a pump of this into my daytime moisturizer in the day, obviously, because I use it as daytime moisturizer when I need just a little bit of extra oomph, a little bit of extra moisture. I live here in Northwest Indiana. We can have some very dry winters, and I'll just put a drop or two into my daytime moisturizer and it just gives me like a little oomph of extra moisturizer. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more, but you can also add it into your CCTM for like a super dewy, even your foundation, if you want more of that cosmetic glowing effect. We'll get into that a little bit more. So climate control non-guy oil are treatments that I love, love, love to add into their daily regimen to help keep their skin nice and glowy and healthy and hydrated. Two other products that are really great on kind of keeping that glow is our detox mask, okay? So you want to recommend the detox mask, and I'm also going to say the Golden Radiance peel off mask after they're on like a really good regimen. But the detox mask, it's moisturizing, it's going to add in a bunch of great ingredients, but it's also going to clean out all those impurities. And I love to mix it with my facial resurfacer to make like a nice little DIY mask, self-care Sunday type of situation. Mix those together, go live, and tell your customers I'm using my detox mask to pour out all that gunk and junk out of my pores, but I mixed it with my facial resurfacer, which by the way has non-guy oil in it. So when you let it sit on your skin, that non-guy oil gets to go to work while everything is like open and breathing, and it's just this beautiful harmony, you guys. So the detox mask is great, and then the gold mask is really great for brightening your complexion. It's got, I wrote Brow Rice Complex, which helps to brighten your complexion. Plus it's a really fun peel off mask that I love. The detox mask is clay based, so it does not dry out, whereas the gold mask does. So ask your customers what they prefer. And then there are 4 products that I think also help make your skin look nice and dewy and glowy all season long. No matter what your skincare is, these are things that you can use to give your skin a little bit of extra glow. The first one is Glowify. That product is phenomenal. I use it all year long. It's got those mica flecks in it. I have it on today, so it just gives you a beautiful, dewy, awesomeness glow, but it also is incredibly hydrating because it's got grapefruit extract in it, which has superfruits in it. Or grapefruit is a superfruit, so it's got a ton of antioxidants. It's great for your skin, you guys, and hydrating. The eye illuminator is fabulous, you guys, and the eye illuminator kind of doubles for me. You can replace it with the eye cream, because our eye illuminator, if you didn't know, is our eye cream base. So you get all the benefits of our eye cream, but they add in our liquid highlighter, which is our pearlizer. I wear it every single day. I put it on before I do my makeup. You can use it as a pick-me-up, like at the end of the day if you need like a little bit of freshness to your face. It is not going to act as a concealer, so make sure your customers know this does not replace concealer, but it does give off an incredible light reflecting glow so that you look brighter and more awake. And the eye cream is the perfect weight to kind of help decrease with that puffiness. So make sure you're using it. You can use it at night as a skincare product, and then during the day you can use it with your cosmetics. The other product I love for glowing skin is Pearlizer. I mixed it in with my CCTM today. You can mix it in with your blush, except now we have that awesome new blush, which actually I think I saw today sold out, but you can still get it with the collection. But anyway, you can mix Pearlizer into your blush scents. You can put it on as highlighter. I like to add it right here down the bridge of my nose. I'll even add a little bit on my Cupid's bow, inner corner of the eye. I'll kind of touch it. Throw it all over your face, girl. Like, we just want to shine bright like a diamond, okay? And then we kind of touched on this already, but CCTM, I think, is a little bit more dewy than our foundation. Our foundation mattifies you just a bit more, but you can use the CCTM for a little bit more of that dewy glow. And then, of course, I mentioned it earlier, you can add in the non-guy oil if you really want to look nice and glowy and dewy all winter long. So guys, those are my tips for Skincare 101. Everything I said today are things that I repeat over and over and over to my customers so that they understand why I'm using this skincare. If you are not using any of our skincare, start with the basic skincare set. The Cineplex complex that is in it alone is going to show results in your customers' skincare. They're going to be hydrated, they're going to be moisturized, and they're going to get all the benefits of those anti-aging ingredients. And I challenge you guys, I wrote a little challenge down, is to determine your customers' skin types. Put a poll in your customer group or on your Facebook stories and ask them, hey, I'm trying to get better at determining my customers' skincare types. Would you guys be willing to help me out? And you can either use the beauty book like we talked about earlier or the website that I'll drop below, and then send them some samples. Because ladies, when we get these samples into their hands, they are going to buy because they're going to love it. Try to do a skincare challenge. And honestly, guys, if you're doing that stuff, you might as well go for your Skin Pro, which is a phenomenal program that I loved doing, which is a whole nother training. But don't be shy, you guys. Like I said earlier, you may not feel like the expert, but Senegens has so many resources for you that you can look like the expert to your customers. You are the expert to them. They're coming to you to learn about this product and why it is so awesome. So that is my chit chat for today. Please drop any questions in the comments. I will go back and answer them when I hop off here, but thank you for joining me today, ladies. Bye.